betrothed await you, dear suitors. No need to be shy. Everyone gets the jitters, but this is ridiculous.
I hear that up by Gideon.
This is what I'm talking about. How hard is it to boldly strut up to a stranger and express some interest? You get it. If we had more suitors as stiff-spined as you, the ceremony would be well underway. The bonding ritual? Are you not here to witness our most sacred tradition? It's a beautiful, lively affair. Usually. Our guests have not seen fit to join us for the ceremony. Hist knows we have been gracious hosts to the suitors of our neighboring tribes, plying them with feasts and phlegm wine. But now that it's time to renew vows of kinship, their limp is wilting lilies when they should be rising to the occasion. Normally, the Black-Tongue tribe are eager to participate. Many a Brightthroat can call the Black-Tongues their root kin. But the only thing Wakumat has been quick to provide today are excuses. I hope he'll be more forthcoming with you. Oh, no, he is a bearer of Russell the Infirm. Russell is a frequent visitor and suitor, beloved sire to many a Black-Tongue and Brightthroat since before my egg mother was in her shell. Normally he would be first in line for the bonding. It's true, Russell must be carried about by his bearers for most everything. But before the bonding, he's like a Saxhleel possessed. His vigor is a legend. Last season's bonding ended with his bungalow stilts driven flush to the ground. The others are new to me. Bihuna is one of the Root House people, so if she puts hands on you, it isn't a romantic gesture. Hold tightly onto any familial jewels. Dite, on the other hand, is as inscrutable as any moss skin. Never the ghost people or stone pile people, certainly. We used to see more of the mire dancers and copper eyes, but we haven't seen much of them since they were taken to Mazatoon, and sadly the dead water remained distant and reserved as always. Our longtime allies, the Black Tongues, the Moskins, and the Root House people. They aren't normally so apprehensive. The Black Tongues dwell in the shadow places, giving praise and offerings to Sithis. They take great pains to ensure as many of their clutches are born under the sign of shadow as possible. Perhaps too much, but I would not question their methods. Only when I'm reminded that they know every root and flower's killing secret, all the more reason to welcome them as friends, yes? You'll find no more attentive parents outside the Brightthroats, and they are great alchemists and gardeners also. We welcome them with open arms, of course, but only after our valuables are carefully tucked away. They take what they want by quiet theft or intimidation. They are brutes, yes, but useful brutes when war winds blow. Their strength rivals that of the Dead Water tribe. They just lack the Naga's wisdom. In the end, they are still our neighbors. Better to welcome them as friends than face them as enemies. The Moskins value peace above all else, and peace without requires peace within. They go where the river takes them, no matter the circumstances. Of all the tribes, they are the most serene. Death, war, lean years, nothing ruffles their frills. More indifferent. All the world's horrors, the quiet fears that keep men and Myr awake at night, all of it rolls off their backs. People think we Brightthroats take things in stride. The Moskins make us look like fretful ducklings. Of course, though I hope it will not. It's the future of our tribe. The bonds we create today ensure the peace and prosperity of future generations by tying our tribes together as one. The bonding ritual ensures every generation of Brightthroats calls their neighbors marrying. It is a joyous time, yes, usually. Most tribes have festivities surrounding bondings, but none compare to that of the Brightthroats. Travelers come from far and wide to join the celebration.
Do not crowd us, Ojo. You will disturb Uzo's focus. Never. He is dead. He entered a trance to steel himself for the dread-fathering elixir, but after we administered the potion, he never awoke. It seems Sithis felt Ruzol had children enough. Our most potent mixture, brewed to ensure even these bright-throat bonds are blessed by the great creator. He did not foam at the mouth or expel blood from it. No one could fill the void Ruzol left behind. Kayak, I suppose I must try. For the good of the tribe, I will need more of our dread fathering. There is a rare plant, the Leviathan Pizzle. It is the key ingredient to the elixir. Find one, and I will join the bonding ritual. I should warn you, it resembles many toxic mud blossoms. This sketch should help you avoid them. We honor Sithis above all else. Rash Sithis the Changer, not the Destroyer from the Dusk Times. But ends are often beginnings. There are no purer agents of change than the Shadow Scales. So we prepare our children from birth to learn their secrets. We bathe their eggs in our brews to ensure they are hatched under the favored sign and give them their first taste of the swamp's deadly secrets. They are nursed on the milk of toxic weeds until strong enough for the Shadow Scales to come claim them. It's one of the 14 Zalthek, or sacred plants. Each plant brings joy or death, depending on the measure. In the bonding, Ruzol ensured the Leviathan Pizzle brought great joy. This season, we will see. Because there was no better choice. There has never been a Black Tongue who could drink as deeply from the dread-fathering elixir and live to see his children grown. He was frail in all other pursuits, but in the bonding, he was a divine tool. More than anyone has had reason to count. He was but a young whelp when his talent was discovered. Half of Murkmire may bow their heads as we bear his body back to our hiss.
I've got mud taking places where mud should not be.
Hey, I know you. You borrowed a blessing stone from my construction site in Vivek City and stopped the moonlet from falling out of the sky. Now I feel kind of embarrassed. My current problem isn't anywhere near as important as saving a living god. Verona and her beloved pet Drooler went for a walk in the swamp hours ago, and they still haven't returned. My wife can take care of herself, but she's as unfamiliar with this terrain as I am. I fear the worst may have happened. Verona saw some ancient Argonian stonework out in the swamp. She loves to study the techniques of long-dead masons. Use this whistle, and Drooler should come running. Drooler loves that whistle. He comes running whenever we blow it. I'm sure Verona just got caught up examining an interesting piece of carved stone, but I appreciate you going to check on her. Drooler's our Bantam Gua. Cute little slobberer was a marriage gift, and he's been with us ever since. He's more attached to Verona than to me, truth be told, and she's trained him well. Just blow the whistle and he'll come running. Verona constantly complains that we never take a vacation, so when the opportunity presented itself, I set up this trip to visit Merkmire. She was suddenly surprised, but I get the feeling she was hoping for somewhere with a bit less mud. We met on one of my construction sites. I was just an assistant overseer on that project, and Verona was one of our stonemasons. She's really good at her craft. Whenever she gets the chance, she loves... Same as always, thanks to you. Bardao hangs peacefully above the city. Lord Vivek writes and sings in his palace, and our new archcanon has adapted well to his responsibilities. In fact, things are so quiet that we decided to take this trip.
the champion of Vivek. I remember you. Did Drula find you and bring you out here? Oh, he's such a good boy. Shiralos sent you. She worries too much. But that's why I love her. We did get a little turned around, and then that creature started sniffing around. Now that you're here, Come on, Drula. Let's go find Shiralos.
What hope have I? What song have I? A grave stake I have not. It was taken by pale hands away into the swamp. It is lost, just like my egg brother's honorable end. The breeze brings a traveler, a newfound hope. You hold the gravestake of Tunzi, an elder most kind and now departed. There is a glade within the swamp where Tunzi first set eyes upon his beloved. It was there that he wished the gravestake to be placed. I beg your help in this matter most grave. Will you set right what another so cruelly made wrong? A glade within the swamp, where a first love was formed. A tree it once had, but now it does not. It is gone, just they are memorials of lifetimes past. As the years progress, like a battle cry I lead, like a lullaby I soothe, like a funeral dirge I mourn. My song guides the souls of our departed back to the... Yes, as grave singer, I must... Tunzi possessed a kind heart and soft word for all. The moss skin tribe mourned deeply when he left us. He would often travel to the Bright Throat village to take place in the bonding ritual. It was during this time that he met his beloved. A dry skin visited our peaceful village. I knew there was greed in his heart, but took little heed. The Zanmir hold many useless trinkets that we Zaxleel care little for. But when... Yes, though not by the thief's pale hand. Journeying through the darkened swamp, I did not realize a hackwing stalked me. In my haste to escape, I twisted my ankle upon an... Ow!
You have not succumbed to the swamp's poison lips. Was the pizzle jutting out from the short grass as I described? Oh, this one is aptly named. Let me add it to the mixture I have already prepared. If I survive... All right, it is finished. Sithis, use me as you will. I am warmed to the core by the presence of the Dread Father. Can you not hear my heart throb as I swell with his power of creation? I carried Russo to prepare me to bear his legend. For the Black Tongues I will sow 1,000 generations. What are we waiting for? Those other suitors may sulk if they wish, but Waku Mat is ready to bond.
Here's the thing. Wasik eyes are watching. Can you feel them? I do not like it. I do not fear the limp fins. I want my dowry. I took it from my betrothed, fairly. I want it back. Guards took it, hid it from me. Topeth tells me my betrothed has gifts for me instead. But I do not want gifts, because it is my dowry. The Hist meant it for me. Bright Throats do not understand this. If they will not respect our custom, I will not respect theirs. No dowry, no bonding. The Wasik goods keeper took my dowry to the storehouse for keeping safe. Go find it. It is our way. The root house people do not make. When we need meat, the swamp provides. When we need crafts and treasures, other tribes provide. The Hist compels them to make these things. They do not know that the Hist means for us to take them. If I leave out a bowl of slug paste and a nettle toad eats it, this is no theft. The root house people heed forces greater than Limpfin law. The Bright Throats do not see. It is the will of the Hist
that I have my dowry. Root House people do not ask, we claim. The Root House people do not build. If the Hist wants us to have a village, we take one. In an old time, we claimed this village, but we tired of it, so we burnt. Yes, why would we not? My Goldweed exile always says, burn what you cannot carry. Otherwise, the tribes will not make new things. Of course, the Brighthroats remember to forget. Would you have them drag grudges like stones? That is the dry skin and stone dweller way. Your questions are dry and stupid.
Ah, the Zook's friend I hear so much about. Son's blessings. I see you did not kick your feet clean before entering. Well, no matter. I will clean it up later. How can I help you? Mihuna? Ah, the Root House suitor thief with the filthy spines. I would give you gone to Gideon. Personal matter. He will not be back for many days, but do not fret. The Root House people are not known for their patience or wisdom. Now I fear the suitor thief has set chief of grain counting, box stacking, and list making. He keeps our storehouse in order in his own way. He's promised to teach me his methods, eventually. For now, you'll need to...
Rumors spread like water in a stream that one of my people saved the king. Perhaps now they will
There are so many new faces coming through Lil Moth's and Cyrodiila collections arrived. I hope more stop by the village.
You always want to meet new people. What's wrong with us? I just hope they bring some new games to Murkmire.
Oh, yes. And we could teach them Tibahatse. Do you think they'd want to learn?
How will they play hip and tail ball without a tail?
Maybe we let them use their feet. We should find some visitors to try it out.
Yeah!
I see the glimmer and shine of victory in your eyes.
Here's the thing. The brewer tells me I drank all the celebration phlegm wine. Now he asks coin for more. I would thunk his head in if it was not a bonding. Find my dowry so I can leave this place. Finally, the hist provides. It sours my stomach that I had to rely on you to take what, by right, is mine. But suitors must be flexible, I guess.
You look burdened, Ojel. Please, sit and let the breeze carry your cares away. The Bright Throats have brought us many nice things to share. Yes, I was. My betrothed was very kind. It's a pity I must disappoint her, but these things happen. It will be a less personal disappointment than if I were to arrive without the seed doll she gifted me for the occasion. It's the least I can do to return her kindness. Ahaj Mota snatched it out of my hands as I soaked my feet by the Gulu Bridge. Very quick, gone in an instant. Such is life. I do not know why the Hajmota would want such a thing, but the Hist must have thought it needed it. I hope it enjoys it. I see no reason why I would not join the bonding ritual. A cherished Bright-throat craft. They take a seed from a tree with no name, nurture it. There isn't much to tell. We were, we are, we will be. The Hist nurture us, and we nurture them. Why wrestle the world? so the stream returns to its source. It's very pretty, isn't it? The Hist has made certain I stay on this course. I will not...
Everyone is assembled except for the suitors. What is the word, Beak Ogel? Must I call off the bonding ritual and bring shame upon our... You are a gift from the Hist, like the... We are gathered here under the boughs of our tender Hist to honor the life it gives us. Just as their roots reach out and intertwine in the mud, so too will we become entangled, bound together to weave a strong foundation. Join me in erecting the spine of procreation, sow the sap and seed of a new generation.
My betrothed.
The bangle on her wrist looks just like the...
I'm told we must wait for the hut to be prepared. Who needs a...
My bonding partner is very pleasing.
I'm so happy he liked my seed doll. It's...
At last, all is right with the tribe. The winds carry the lovely scents of Hist blossoms and muskreek upon the air, and soon the chimes of nuptial huts will rattle the night away. The happy couples will retire to their nuptial huts to begin the process of bonding, and the next generation of Brightthroats will be born. But for us, the work is done. Let us drink, eat, dance!
The winds have brought you back to me. Is your task complete? A tree once stood within that glade. Under its leaves, Tunzi first saw his beloved. It does not surprise me that such a powerful memory would give itself shape. Here, a reward for your kind actions. Travel in peace, friend of the moss skins. May your path be peaceful and your days sun-blessed. The Brightthroats are most kind, but my tribe needs me. I'll leave as soon as I'm healed. For now, I shall look after the moss. I'm afraid I can. Perhaps the Hist grew the tree to honor his memory, or perhaps it grew from the sorrow of our tribe, who still miss him greatly. Perhaps Tunzi's spirit Precisely. I cannot tell you of a sight unseen. However, I do believe it is connected to Tunzi and his memories of that place. He would often tell the story of first seeing his beloved under the leaves of a tree.
Did you bring more wine?
Your steps show determination, and your eyes curiosity. Ah, yes. I carved this many seasons ago. I hoped it would convince my beloved Kudnakal to join me for our tribe's next bonding ritual, but the Hist, in all its endless gifts, allows us to change many aspects of ourselves. Our gender is but one. I highly recommend such a change, should you ever. If we had spoken a week ago, it would have been so. But as fate would have it, Kudnakal has recently undergone... I will present these gifts to Kudnakal when the next bonding ritual is announced. I simply must tweak. The ceremony bonds those who have chosen to lay an egg together. Many dry skins compare it to a wedding. This is not entirely accurate, of course. I had every intention to. Days I devoted to carving, to writing just the right words. I worked outside the village. Exactly so. I had no time to carve another totem before the ceremony, and each tribe has their own traditions. This varies. Sometimes the decision is based on an... Oh, well, I simply believe... new speakers. Their dark words will be our teachers. Those who herald.
Do not be a limp fish. You did right coming to me. I sense there are more coils to this snake than a mere property dispute. Welcome back. Your footfalls have a very peculiar quality, did you know? You bear much weight on your shoulders, I sense. No doubt you have spoken to the claimants. Tell me, and from what Chuksu has told me, she also plans to sell the farm. Most likely to pay off the debts she undoubtedly has with such a habit. What of Nurhe? And so it all comes together. Paheza steals from her egg sister to pay off her debt to Nurhe. The salt rice farm suffers as a result. The answer is now clear. The two parties must meet. Acquire oil from both a mature bog willow and a perfumed snapper. You must keep these oils separate, of course. It is a shadow scale custom. The oils help separate those who cling from that which they cling. Have both Nurhe and Paheza rub the oil into their scales and tell them to meet in Murkmire. The decision of a shadow scale is absolute. Chuksu may have sun-blessed intentions, but one cannot meet.
I have an uneasy feeling about this ceremony. Still, it would...
Though the Saxleo generally choose to live in tribes based around a history. Though the Saxleo generally choose to live in tribes based around a history.
You again. Here to tell me the Shadow Scale's judgment. Negotiate. With that spineless Kuda. What's this? Smells like good luck getting Nurhe to agree to come. He hasn't deigned to speak to me once since... Oh. So you finally caught wind of the truth, did you? Nurhay's the whole reason I'm like this, you know. What do you know? Who are you to judge me? It was different before, you know. I had... Shut up! Just go away! I won't hear another word of this. You're lucky there's a shadow scale involved, or I'd burn down that...
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
Oh, Galish, such things you say.
Your voice is more beautiful than the croaking of a vosa sato.
Oh, stop it. You're going to make me blush.
Together we would hatch many eggs so large and robust that all would be in awe.
Are you saying what I think you are?
Become my Uzith Biko, werewolf. The bonding ceremony awaits.
Of course. Oh, Galish, you've made me so happy.
My esteemed Biko, I'm sure you come with good tidings. After all, my claim is as strong as the roots of the hist. What? Rub oil into my skin? Negotiate? Is the matter not settled? I'll make sure to attend the negotiation. You needn't trouble you. Oh? Not surprising. We wrote a lot of letters to each other. Just what do you think you're implying? You listen to me, mudfish, and you listen well. My...
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a...
Thank you both for agreeing to this negotiation.
Of course. Far be it from me to deny the wisdom of a shadow scale.
Oh, please. Let's just get this over with.
Before we begin negotiations, I want the two of you to shake hands, amicably, to show your good intentions in coming here.
What happened? What did you do?
What was asked of me, I resolved their dispute. I entrust the farm to you, Chukzu. You do best to not disappoint me.
By the hist, did you see that? They just touched and exploded. I suppose I can't be too surprised. I was the one who suggested we go to a shadow scale in the first place, though this is not the resolution I had in mind.
And so, the farm now belongs to one who is worthy of it. I'd much rather pass such judgment with my own hands, of course. But at my age, this is the best I can manage. I saw the needed resolution and acted accordingly, that is all. My rulings are always just, though not always pleasant. I thank you for your aid in the matter. Here, a reward is only fitting. In the name of Sithis, I have brought about the needed change. That which hindered has been removed. That which must be, shall be. May the Dread Father guide your blade.
I think I have to lie down for a moment. And after that, it's off to get the farm back in order. Let's just hope I can honor Kimaru's dedication. Elsewise, well, I don't want to think about the elsewise.
No, I need to get these calendar tablets back. If you have a tablet, feel free to place it back into the Zinche. Did you not come to see the monument? The Zinche Konu is an ancient calendar. Each of its 12 tablets represent a month in the year cycle. Unfortunately, all of these tablets were recently stolen. That's the sting. The thief left behind a book of riddles describing each tablet's location. However, I must admit that I am unfamiliar with much of... I erect the spine of thanks. You'll find the first tablet in the belly of the Myrgont that lurks near the infamous Black Rose prison. Feel free to take the book of riddles to help in your search. The Zinche Kodu is not merely a calendar. It is a powerful kuvaste, a catalyst of needed change. When seeds must grow, that is one of its purposes, yes. It would take 100 tongues, 100 years to speak all of the Zinche. The Days of Stone Nests is one of the many terms used to describe the period of time when the Saxhleel created Zanmir, with the foolish notion that we could build that to mock me, I'm sure. After all, I lack both the knowledge and means. He who held the title of Jekawas before me. Now, he is a Niswo, a priest of Sithis. It was Parisi who taught me all I know. I cannot let him know I failed him in such a way. I simply couldn't bear the shame.
What kind of monster orders our hatchlings murdered? I spit in Queen Iren's eye.
The Zinche Konu is known to our people as the...
Looks like Zukas hasn't arrived yet. No Dainia or Eshraf either. We should look around. Zukas should be along shortly, I hope. Argonians aren't really known. What's that? Eshraf's journal? And another stone? Oh, this doesn't look good at all. Wait. Zukas! Is that you?
Sun's blessings, friend Famia. I hope you did not wait too long. Greetings, Biko, and welcome to Murkmire. My name is Zukas. I am wondering, who are you? Forgive the rushed introduction. I find that trading names and intentions makes for calmer waters. We understand each other, I think. Then this Vaka stone belongs to you, I think. Friend Famia never tires of poking around in the old hard nests. I do not know why, but very few dry-skin habits make sense to me. The Zanmirs are very dangerous. Do you have a guide? Ha, no. Truthfully, there is nothing in the Zanmirs that interests me. I hope you have a good reason for taking this journey. I should point out that simple greed is not a good reason. Ah, this does not surprise me. I hope you will not let her come to harm. Famia is a worthy friend. She honestly tries to do right by the Saxhleel, but her persistence, it often gets her into trouble. I wish you luck in your expedition. That is a fair point, and I respect nothing more than honest dealing. As I said, my name is Zukas, Root Herald of the Brightthroat tribe. I protect the tribe's interest. Some hunt for Wamasu. I hunt for truth and fruitful. You have not heard of us? Either you are very new, or I am dragging my tail as a representative. We are artisans, traders, and guides. Our Hist's roots stretch from Brightthroat village north of here to Lilmuth and the coast beyond. Yes, you might call it a tree. All Saxhleel serve a Hist. Their branches protect us, and their sap sustains us. If your path ever takes you to Brightthroat village, you will see. I promise you, Murkmire is much grander than the streets of Lilmuth. Ah, that is what we Argonians call ourselves here in Black Marsh. Saxhleel means people of the root in the swamp tongue. Trees, roots, you see? Ah, perhaps eager is a better word. Most people who visit Black Marsh believe we Saxhleel are uncultured children. She risks her life to recover antiquities we do not want or need. Her dedication is touching, I guess. I keep telling her that we would rather have friends. I would not say that. Some Zanmirs contain powerful relics or cursed antiquities. We can't have that sort of thing floating around. It takes some doing, but typically we can recover items like that. Then there is a fight. The Vaka stones? Sometimes. More often I bring maps, tools, and small gifts. Friend Famia brings me things as well. Stories about the items she seeks mostly. Hairfolk rumors too. Those are very fine gifts. I do not know this word. Spy. A root herald cannot serve their tribe without gathering stories and rumors. But I would not drink from another Saxhleel's gourd.
I just need to take a moment to speak to Zukas about Eshraf and Dainia. Hopefully he knows something, or knows someone who does. In the meantime, why don't you head to the Zanmir? It's just... Ugh, I'll be fine. If anything threatens us, Zukas will take care of it. This business with Eshraf and Dainia has me worried. I'm hoping Zukas can find out if... Is it working? What's in there? The door awakens. Try opening it now, Zadaza.
This. Zadaza has been peeking at this for... What did you do, Famia?
Scholarship in action, my friends. Now, let's make some discoveries.
Ah, yes. Let's get to it. We're crocodile bait out here.
Style door release. Fascinating. Oh, a bit of help, please. Just pull that lever there.
Famia, are you alive?
Zadaza, you avoided the trap?
Arak fell on Zadaza's beautiful tail, but otherwise she's fine. The others fell into separate rooms.
Mara's mercy. Try to find a way around. We'll look for the others down here. Stendar blessed, Famia. You never pull a Bijum release. You push. Always push. I'm dreadfully sorry, but don't despair. I mean, clearly this isn't an ideal start, but in the grand scheme of things, falling into a pit is a fairly minor setback. Like Zadaza said, they must have fallen into different chambers. Now, I'm sure we'll find them deeper inside. Well, every great explorer has triggered a trap or two. Well done! Let's find... Oh, dear. You don't think there are any snakes in this water, do you? Some kind of mechanical bridge? Oh, remarkable! I don't see an obvious way to lower it. It must relate to these pulleys somehow. Look! Those columns in the water feature the same symbols as the counterweights. A two-ton weight pulley puzzle. I've never seen one in person. this rate, we'll find the Kajinjat crystal in no time. My friends, too.
Help! I fell into this pit and... Oh, mercy.
Oh, what to do, what to do? Wait, look up there. Flint vine. That could do the trick. that shouting from across the chasm. It sounded like Varro. He needs help. I just need a moment. All right, rest here, but not for too long. The crystal's almost in reach. Let's go help Varro.
Jones, bumpy arse. What? The crystal is near. Come.
I took a real beating during the fall. Leg broke like a dry twig. Want some advice?
I'll get down there to heal you. Somehow.
Famia's crystal is through the next door. Hop down, yes? This one will follow. Dark moons, a trap. Lift those paws, Walker. Zadaza will disarm it. This one thinks the door is unlocked now. Give it a push.
You see? You aren't the only one who can find side passages.
Note this one's very genuine surprise.
The Kajinjat crystal! At last!
Careful, Famia. We have had enough falling and screaming for one day.
Sound advice. It should just be a matter of wedging the pressure plate and... there. Finally! What was that? Mara's mercy!
Distracted one. The data will open the door.
What Stendars is that?
Nico, highlight the flames. Draw the ooze over them.
What's happening?
Deadly gas. It fills the zombie. Run, now, before you suffocate.
The door is open.
Damn Flag. I'm right behind you.
The chest! We should...
Leave it, Elf. You'll never get out in time.
Right. You're right. Run!
Up the ladder, quickly, please.
I can't believe we all nearly died in there. Can you imagine? A child of the green choked to death in some dusty stone ruin?
I owe you my life, friend, and that's a debt I take very seriously. To be honest, I think this was my final adventure. Even with Kirsteleth's help,
Another successful expedition.
Another temple conquered, eh? Closest call this one has seen in years, though. You did well in it.
I hope you see now, I do not exaggerate about the Zanmirs. Are you all right? You are not wheezing or leaking blood from your ears. That is something, at least. A fair question. In truth, I came to rescue Famia. I will admit a certain affection for her. She is kind-hearted and loyal, like a hedge gecko or one of your tiny bark dogs. I would not want her to come to harm. I'm glad to see you safe as well. Ha, no. Have a care with that crystal, Biko. If it is truly the Kajinjat, you should not let it jangle around. I know that, if mishandled, it could lead to something very dangerous. So I would appreciate it if Famia stayed safe at home, for a time. It has been many long hours since my last sundoze, after all, and
That Zukas is always so polite. I don't know where I'd be without him. Despite... No, of course not. Though some have gone worse. Anyway, we shouldn't dwell on the missteps and bungles. Need I remind you that we recovered the Kajinjat crystal? An item of immeasurable historical yes, well, I had hoped to discuss that in private, provided this little misadventure hasn't driven...
farewell, everyone. Please, do not make me do this again.
Well, that was exciting, right?
I have never seen more spiders.
Are you joking? We nearly died.
Welcome, my friend, to exploring with Famia.
That's hardly fair. Our last expedition was...
Spike Pit.
Well, yes, but before that...
Angry Naga Heart-Eaters.
Ah, but what about that trip north? That wasn't...
Many crocodiles.
Madus lost his hand to one. Remember Madus?
Zadaza mostly remembers his screams.
Yes, but need I remind you, we acquired the Kajinjat crystal? Good for you. As for me, I'm out. This elf is sticking to woodland adventures from now on.
Smart. I'm sitting the next one out too. Here, elf. I'll walk you home.
Are you certain you're up to it?
Ale's cheap in Lilmoth, and there's not a beast alive that's going to stand between me and a tankard right now.
Fair enough. Just take it slow, all right?
A one-legged Imperial and a wood elf, fresh out of the cradle, go wandering into the swamp. What could go wrong?
I owe you my life, friend.
Welcome.
Wow.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership. That is why there are so many travelers in this town. Deeper in the swamp, the tribes tend to be more isolated.
You're here! Excellent! Welcome to the headquarters of Cyrodiilic Collections. Now, we have business to discuss, right? I hope our experience in the Zanmir hasn't put you off adventuring for good. Yes, we'll get to that. But first, payment for services rendered. You helped me acquire the Kajinjat crystal and recovered 3 Argonian treasures besides. Peerless work, my friend. Peerless. Now then, are you ready to discuss my offer? I certainly hope so. I honestly don't know what I'll do if you turn me down. It's grave business, you know? I'm not trying to apply undue pressure or anything, but yes, serious business. It's my missing companions, Eshraf and Dainia, the explorers whose bags we found out in the marsh, remember? I told you I sent them to recover Baka stones, but that wasn't all they were looking for. A legend. Some say it's a massive gem, others a magical egg. Either way, I fear Eshraf and Dainia's disappearance is linked to their search. Zukas agreed to look into it, and it seems he's found something. Could you speak with him? Zukas' message said to meet him at the Tiba Enu field in Altan Mir Halil. Tiba Enu's a local sport. I have no idea how it's played. There's a ball involved, I know that. I'm babbling, sorry. I do this when I'm nervous. Oh, certainly. Zukas enjoys friendly relationships with practically everyone. The Nagas are a breed of Argonians. I guess breed is the term. Sounds a bit offensive, doesn't it? Oh dear. Well, hostile? Well, I mean, they're certainly aggressive, but hostile has all... Well, one of my expeditions took a brief detour into Deadwater territory. They took us as hostages on... They broke my arm in 3 places, tied me to a raft, and sent me headfirst down Hookup Falls. Luckily, I'm a strong swimmer. Honestly, Are you sure you want me to bring you into this? Very well. As I said, no one really knows what the Remnant is, but it's just everywhere. Tree minder? Like I said, people think it's just a legend, so they ignore it. But once serious scholars like us start asking questions, start making those first quiet... All the folktales imply that the Remnant shares a deep connection with the Hist, but the rest is pretty... well, some of the songs end with...
Good to see you again. I'm so...
that Cyrodiilic Collections managed
It
to
seems
obtain
that
the golden
Cyrodiilic
skull of
Collections
Ilakar.
has found something worthwhile.
Really?
Their Khajiit locket
artifact has
just
been
not
lost
around
for
the drinks at the
centuries.
tavern.
Precisely.
I heard.
Makes me
They
wonder who
finally
could
found their
possibly
way into the
accomplish
Sona
such a
Giva
task.
Zanmir.
Some lucky note, that's for sure.
Sona Giva? Didn't that place just collapse?
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles.
Pico, can we speak? You look like someone who knows a good business opportunity when increased business for me, extra gold for you. I believe the Imperials call it a win-win situation. The prominent trader Captain Jimala arrived in port. If we can convince her to export the instrument of my people. For many Argonians, the dulcet croaks of a Vossa Sato. First, we must learn everything we can about Captain Jimala and how to make a good. You have worked with the legendary Khajiit Sea Captain, Biko. The sun truly shines on me today. Even appearances, Biko, appearances. Jimala travels the world. Of course.
Yeah!
Yes? Is there something I can do for you, Oat? What is this really about, outsider? Are you trying to intrude upon my business? Neshdika must have employed you as an envoy. Very clever. Know that Captain Jimala is a shrewd... Yes, the Prowler.
Welcome to Lilmoth, friend. Is that a shrewd and discerning gaze I detect? The Khajiit Sea Captain, huh? Everyone wants to work with... Impress her? No, that wasn't how I got close to the Sea Captain. No, I showed her courtesy and respect. I deferred to her expertise.
Despair over lost ones. Those I must avenge.
You don't look like you require protection, Sharptooth. You need something, or is this a social call? And if I killed someone you knew, remember that I'm a mercenary. Neshdika, the instrument crafter. Interesting. Sure, I know the captain. She hires me to escort her around, often enough to put a few meals on the table. The captain can handle herself, but she recognizes the value of local talent. Hiring us, I did my job and made sure to follow the captain's commands to the letter. Captain Jimala appreciates a no-nonsense. No surprise there. I'm what the locals call a Lukial Argonian, an out-of-towner. Basically, Argonians who leave the swamp and live. You get a few suspicious looks from the locals. The Nog... Yeah, except for the pity everyone shows me. The locals can't imagine life away from the Hist. I'd be lying if I said there was nothing to it.
New partner, come, speak with me. Ah, my friend and partner. Were you able to find out about Captain Jimala's likes and dislikes? Anything that will improve our chances to make a deal would be helpful. Well then, we should have little trouble. I am all those things and more when it comes to business. We just need to complete a Vossa Saddle so we can present it to the good captain. That is sure to convince her to deal with us. You can gather the frogs while I put the finishing touches on the instrument. We'll need mossfoot croakers, ruby hoppers, indigo tree frogs, and What a strange question. We need the frogs for the Fossa Sattel. How else would ask? And I'll do my best to answer. The frogs are the heart of the Fossa Sattel. Each little croaker, when nestled in its chamber inside the... Imagine being pampered and cared for in a safe, comfortable environment, singing alongside your closest. Mossfoot croakers nest in the reeds that grow along. Second, seek out the root. The inn. Best luck hunting frogs. The sun-blessed toad. I'll be in my shop, preparing the Fossa Sattel. See you soon, partner. Kubaste, that which sparks the... I don't care how difficult it is. You need to hurry.
It seems that Cyrodiilic Collections just found something worthwhile. Their Khajiit lockpicker just bought a round of drinks at the tavern.
I heard. They finally found their way.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles.
Something must now clear the way. That which will...
Ah, is that the aroma of toad musk I smell? How delightful! I hope you were gentle with the little croakers. They need to be calm and relaxed to produce the most pleasing sound. So they are! How good of you to join us, little croakers. Let's go inside, Biko. Our happy chorus must be fitted into the Vosa saddle. I envy them their new lives of pampered luxury. We should all be so lucky. Welcome to your new home, my little friends. Now, let's listen to how it sounds. Pure perfection! Take this masterpiece to Captain Jimala with my compliments. That should secure us a deal. Our little friends are happy, I am happy, and of course, I always keep an ear hole open for important...
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles. How deep within the swamp.
A belly of regret. These feelings of despair that I cannot forget. Shunate, Shunate, why do you last? Why do
I'm surprised to see you in this part of the world, old friend. Not that I'm complaining. It's always good to see you. But what are you doing in this land of mud and bugs? Intriguing. Deals keep bringing me back to this swamp after all. So many captains consider Lilmoth to be beneath their notice, but their loss is my gain. Very well, speak. What's your proposition? Vosa, what now? Tell me more, envoy. What is this contraption and why should I care? Ah, the sound of home. Yes, I can see the profit in that. I target tavern owners with Argonian clientele. But what sort of instrument is this? I've never seen anything like it. I think what you said will make more sense after another couple of drinks. Still, it's exotic, I'll give it that. And I love a good challenge. Very...
the river below? I'll clear the rubble of my hate and woe. I'll release the cloud my heart. I'll leave
My hatchling lives because... So, tell me, friend partner, was Captain Jimala impressed? Will she sell my Vosa sattles in far-off lands? The sun shines on my scales! 5 Vosa sattles! I am going to need so many frogs. No worries, Biko. I will gather the little croakers myself. The next few days will be very busy, but very profitable. Speaking of profit, this is for you. Thank you. Thank you for all your help, friend partner. I could speak all day with you about the wonders of Merkmire, but I have work to do, and new Vosa saddles...